Hey guys, sorry about that. My last video, I kind of cut it off because I didn't want to get emotional. Um, that's what going to talk to somebody is for. But getting out there definitely helps. My issues for that have brought me where I am now. But I wanted to do a second video to touch on some things that have happened since and because I'm fat. Um, I think a lot of other obese individuals can relate to them, so I thought it would be good to share it. So you kind of see things from my perspective. Why part of me, yeah, is desperate to get this weight off and do surgery. Um, I have tried dieting, so I'm sure, yeah, maybe I can get it off with diet, but I rather not let it get back on. I'd rather have some sort of physical way to restrict that. So, um, one big thing that I've always done since I gained weight is avoiding seeing old friends. I despise having to go see my in-laws, not for the normal reason. I actually like them. Most of them. No, I like them. Um, because they don't have weight problems. So every time I see them, I'm bigger. And I'm also on another diet. And it's, sorry, I keep getting hiccups. And it sucks. So, like Robert's grandpa up in Georgia, he's 83 and like he can totally outwalk me. And I'm 26. He's in amazing shape. And I'd love to be like that at his age, but the way I'm going, that's not going to happen. Um, Another thing that seems to happen a lot is my husband doesn't have a weight problem either. Um, and he also doesn't eat very much. So going out with him anywhere, it's kind of I always feel like people look at me and think, "Wow, she can eat way more than her husband. That's why she's fat." Like, why is he with her? And I have actually had girls completely check out Robert, look at him like he's a T-bone steak. Um, and then look at me like, oh, what is she doing with him? At one point, I actually went to hit a girl at a bar that did that. Till my cousin dragged us off and calmed me down because she saw, from across the bar that I was looking at her like, oh no, she didn't. Um, yeah, so I'd like for people to actually look at me and not wonder why he chose me. I mean, I know he has reasons that aren't all physical related, but yeah, there's a physical attraction there. Probably more so when I was smaller, but hey. Um, yeah. So then, another thing was when I had bought my wedding dress. I was about 185. By the time my wedding rolled around, I was about 200. So I had gained weight over the year that I was planning the wedding. And I remember hearing my aunt and my mom talk about them worrying that if I was going to fit my wedding dress. That sucked. Especially since my dress was a corset back. So yeah, I would have been able to fit into it, gaining only 15 pounds. Still a lot for a year, but corset back. Hello. I wish I had just at least stayed at 185, but it happened. I'm still happy with my wedding pictures, so yeah. Um, Another thing that happened to me that I know happens to a lot of obese women, I was asked multiple times by different strangers if I was pregnant or how far along I was. One lady actually was like, I'm going to be the nosy person and ask you how far along you are. And I said, I'm going to be the bitch and tell you I'm not pregnant and you're rude. And she was actually even bigger than me, but still, it sucked. And yeah, it was kind of mean, but she kind of deserved it for doing that. I would never ask anybody, even if they look pregnant, if they were pregnant, unless they start talking about a baby or whipping out strollers and talking about, kids. Yeah. I know other women have dealt with that are around my size, bigger, whatever. Um, I love the fact that I live close by to Universal and Disney and all that, especially Islands of Adventure, because of the roller coasters. But since I have put on more weight, I have been avoiding them like the plague. The reason why is because I can't fit in their seats anymore. They have one seat that is for people that have, bigger chest circumference, they call it. Um, but then I always have to wait for that seat, and it's in the middle of the roller coaster. When I go with friends, they usually want to sit in front, so I can't. Um, it's part of the reason when we brought my nephews, I didn't go on any roller coasters. I tried to go on Harry Potter, but I ended up getting kicked off. Not kicked off, but the guy was like, you can't ride it if we can't, click it one more time, and the seat wouldn't click one more time. So I got, the last minute was pulled off of it. But specifically, and he was really nice about it. He wasn't rude about it at all. He was just like, for safety reasons, I can't have you ride it. And I cried, but, I understood that he was just doing his job. However, people that worked on the Hulk were a different story. This was at a different occasion. I went to get on the Hulk, and I sat in one of the regular seats because I thought, hey, I hadn't gained that much weight since our wedding, because we actually went a couple days before our wedding to Universal with all of our bridal party. And that was a lot of fun. But yeah, so I go to get on the Hulk. My seat won't close, and this guy that works there is like, oh, she doesn't fit in the seat, we need to get her out of the seat, open up the thing. And kind of made a big spectacle of it. Pulled me off the ride. Most of my friends went on the ride at that point because they couldn't get their seat undone. One of my friends that hadn't closed her seat all the way got off with me and waited for the next one to come. And we got on the next one, but at that point I was just heartbroken. I felt so embarrassed that I actually was crying the whole ride. Not like, boo-hooing, but just tears were streaming down my face at a point where I should be having fun, but I wasn't. And that's one thing I always think about, that it really sucks. I can't do things that I'd like to do because I feel embarrassed and self-conscious. Yeah. So, yeah, that's why it sucks being obese, and why I can't wait to have surgery. Why I'm ready to make these kind of changes in my life. I definitely think, other people could relate to some of the stuff I had happen, and so that's why I shared it, both in the last video and this video. Also, just, people should be aware that, we don't really choose to be obese. It happens. Shit happens. And it sucks. And that's why I hate hearing people go, oh, well, you're taking the easy way out with surgery. We still do have to put in some work. We still have to eat better. We still have to work out. And going through surgery is not easy. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I'll probably be doing another video before we leave for Seattle, and then probably another one afterwards. Maybe a few more, I don't know. I probably won't do too many more pre-op, but so yeah, I just thought I'd share some more stuff. But anyway, take care. Bye, guys.